Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday slammed Republicans who voted against a bipartisan bill that would create an Amber Alert-like system for active shooter situations. Late Wednesday, the House voted 260 minus 169 to approve the legislation, with 168 Republicans and 1 Democrat voting in opposition. The Active Shooter Alert Act would allow law enforcement to deploy the alert system to notify the public when there is an active shooter threat in schools and community centers.
168 Republicans voted no. If your child were in a school where there was an assault, wouldn't you want to know? How can these Republicans vote no to people knowing that there's an assault in their school or their community centers or wherever? 168 Republicans voted no. I don't know. These people think their political survival is more important than the survival of our children. We have to do much more. More action is needed to save lives. The Judiciary Committee is moving forward with a markup on the assault weapons ban. They'll have their own announcement on that, but there is great support in our caucus for an assault weapon ban. It's about our children. More children die from gun violence in each year than cancer, car accidents, or anything. How could that be? 168 Republicans voted no, we don't want an Amber Alert if somebody is shooting up a school nearby. Yesterday we passed the Active Shooter Alert Bill. The Active Shooter Alert Bill is an Amber Alert. It can tell you when there's in your community nearby active shooting going on. It has broad support from the law enforcement community. Mr. Cicilline has worked for a long time with the law enforcement community on legislation of this kind. If there's an active shooter threat in a school or any public place, a similar system to Amber Alert will go off. But there's not a halfway measure. Can't be a little bit pregnant in this. It has to be a real measure that protects a woman's right to choose. And so, no, it's not for negotiation. What are you going to negotiate? What are you going to negotiate? Whether a woman can have contraception? Is that a cause for negotiation? Whether people can have birth control? Yes or no? A little bit here, a little bit there? No. Look, you're in my wheelhouse now because I have 5 children in 6 years and 1 week. God blessed us with that. And Republicans sometimes have said on the floor, Nancy Pelosi thinks she knows more about having babies than the Pope. Yes, I do. And I think any Pope would agree. And what was a blessing to me is not what should be something that other people should choose for themselves. That's what we're talking about, is respect, freedom of reproductive health for women. And it's not about politicians negotiating that away. Yes, ma'am.
Last question. Trump has indicated that he plans to announce a 2024 run in the next month or so. What impact would that have on the midterms, and would it benefit Democrats, in your opinion?
Do I ever even mention his name? Would I even waste my time talking about him? What I will say is, and I'll say this and I've said it again and again, Democrats have absolutely no intention of losing the House in November, and the Senate too. We are mobilized, we are fortified, we have great candidates, and we have our country is at risk. Our democracy is at risk. But what we are campaigning